Welcome to the newsstand of the hottest new podcast, Opinions 2 Million, with your hosts, Big G, Money Mo, and Shawnee, where we'll be discussing the latest and greatest heat from the culture. Man, did you hear that beat drop? You ain't ready. Let's get straight into it. Opinions to reach 1 million followers, opinions to reach $1 million. New pod dropping every week. I officially welcome you to Opinions 2 Million podcast. Let the beat rock. We back for another one. We've been had a long hiatus, man. I think we took off
2 months.
a month, 2 months. Some of y'all 2 months, man. I'm barely keeping the joint running. Trying to find people to fill in. Shawnee's still out, but we back at it. Episode 27, man. It's crazy. The 27's lining up. I turned 27 on the 27th, and then Tank had his fight, and that was his 27th win. And now we're on the 27th episode, man. It's crazy.
SK already got 27 wins, but that's crazy.
Yeah. So, something's lining up, man. I might have to hit the casino or something. Didn't do too hot last time I went, but let's keep it moving. There's so much stuff that happened in this last month. I don't even think we need to run down the topics. We're just going to start talking, but we got Money Mo, and we got two special guests, Maya and Cam. What was you saying, Mo?
It's been a minute. Like I said, RIP to all the shooting victims that have happened. I feel since we've been, it's been 2 months going on.
Yeah, we might as well start with that joint first. I think there's been 3 mass shootings.
Yeah,
more than that.
Yeah, it was like triple yesterday.
They had one today. I don't really know the details on that joint today, but I seen, the little news thing.
Was it the one in Tulsa?
Yeah, the one in Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
But first off, we know that the first massive one that happened over the last month was, what's that, Buffalo, New York?
Right.
At the Tops grocery store.
That
joint was
that was crazy because the fact that he planned everything out, he had a motive, that was just pure hate right there. No mental illness, no I got bullied and stuff like that. He straight was like, nah, I just want to kill black people today.
Exactly, because the cashier was like, I'm sorry. I was about to shoot him and stuff.
Yeah, for all those that don't know what happened, in Buffalo, New York, at the grocery store Tops, there was one of the mass shootings where a white man at the age of 18 drove to a grocery store. They said he drove like 2 hours or something to the grocery store. And as soon as he pulled up, he had an AR-15 with the N-word written on the sight and all kind of profanities written all across the gun, and just let out fire. I think he ended up killing 10 or 14 people or something like that. And then the whole time he live streamed the joint, live streamed the execution to Twitch. So the video was floating around, and one of the craziest things is that when towards the end of the video, he came up on a white male, and the white male was like, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. And then, he turned around and said, sorry, and then kept on with the shooting and things like that. He skipped over it. So I think it was
not guilty. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, I think it was a crazy situation. One of the things, we can go around and see how everybody feels about it, but one of the things that's kind of making me mad is that everybody went to gun control so fast and didn't stick on the hate crime. You know what I'm saying? They try to defer from the hate crime to gun control. Oh, we need gun control, when really this was targeted hate crime.
Right, exactly.
But that's just how America is, bro. You're not going to address the real situation. Gun control, that's a real situation, but it really came down to, he was looking for black people to kill.
Right.
And what's even scarier is that he went out and did it, but think about how many other people are on the computers and on those sites talking about wanting to do things like this or have that same mindset. And it's we can't even get to addressing that issue.
Right.
Yep. Exactly. And it's like, and the crazy thing about it is like even on top of gun control, it's like I never felt like nobody needed those, you know what I'm saying, those big ARs and stuff like that. I understand people got like that might be their super hobby, but it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, saving a life, even if it's just one life that would be saved if gun control was more enhanced, is still a life that's valuable. But yeah, they already forgot about the hate crime thing. Like even with the school shooter that was in it was in Uvalde, Texas.
Yeah,
like he was a Mexican dude, and that, you know what I'm saying, the people, they already talk about, oh, what did he cross the border and stuff like that. I'm like, people already forgot what the last hate crime was that happened the past week.
Yeah, they definitely get desensitized to these joints.
Right.
And we can get a little pushback, but I don't know. The ARs, when you look at the data from what I've been seeing, I don't know if the AR is the problem.
Yeah. But or I can say, like, it'll definitely cause more of a catastrophe than the pistol. Don't get me wrong, people will still get a hold of the ARs though, no matter what.
I mean, you can make AR-15s illegal. It don't stop him like a nigga from going to school and shoot. There ain't something.
Yeah.
Like, he went in there with, like you said, a pistol. He went there with a shotgun. He could have still killed 14 people with a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need a gun license to get a shotgun in Maryland.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I personally, I don't know. I think, do we really think that it's the AR or the access, how hard it is to get a handgun? Because in most states, like in Maryland, it's easier to get the AR or the rifle or any of that stuff than a handgun. I'm pretty sure if handguns were as easy as rifles, like in Maryland, you have to take the class. You have to take the HQL class if you want to get a handgun. You literally can go right in the store and buy a shotgun, rifle, and things of that nature.
Right.
I personally think it's really just a trend, bro. Like, you know, like, it's an AR-15. People buying it because it's the name of it. Like bro's in Texas. You think he couldn't have got a handgun?
Right.
Like, it's Texas. You know, they down there. They hunting shit. These white people. He could have got a lot of shit. But he said, all right, AR-15, because you always hear the name in media. You always hear something happening with AR-15. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why he used it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we mix the joints up. Now, the next we was talking about the shooting that happened in Texas at the elementary school, and then this one, you know, an individual came to the. This one was weird because usually with the school shootings, you know, like the students would go to the high school, but he shot and wounded his grandmother, then took his grandmother's car, and then crashed it and went to the whole story is weird. Went to the elementary school and, you know, I killed 12 kids and 2 teachers, I think. And then, you know, information, you know, everybody's starting to come out, gun control. And then now it's kind of switching up to the police messed up, right? And, you know, information's coming out that the police waited 50 minutes while the man was still barricaded or something in the classroom. He was still killing kids. The kids were calling. They wouldn't let the parents go in. Parents were begging to go in. Parents were trying to sneak in and get their kids. They were getting arrested. Then there was reports saying that police officers were running into school and getting their own kids out. So, you know, that whole situation is gone. And I'm kind of mad that they happened so close to each other, or mad that they happened at all, but it really took the focus off that whole hate crime thing. Now everybody's focused on the children that got killed, and instead of more switcheroo stuff going from the guns, now everybody's focused on the police messed up. So in the one instance, it went from this being a hate crime to everybody focusing on gun control, and now when you had another incident focused on gun control, now the police messed up. Everybody's focused on, you know, police corruption or whatever.
I mean, it's the whole thing is just like, you know, with so many mass shootings going on, it's like you kind of gotta come down to the root of it. It's like, is it gun control? Are these mass shootings like, you know, are they racially motivated? But it would come down to mental health. It's like a lot of things when it comes down to mass shooting. It just depends on the situation for real.
Yeah.
And like take like you said, like you kind of people feel like this one took away from the last one. I was watching TV somewhere and it was like somebody was paying for the funerals for the kids that died in Texas
and stuff there.
Yeah, somebody was mad about like people not paying for the people that died in Buffalo.
Right.
And so, I mean, I personally feel like that's two different situations. It's sad for both of them, but
I do want to say that Reverend Al paid for the people who passed away in Buffalo for their funerals.
Right.
Al Sharpton?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the thing that's true too is like the people like I heard somebody say like with the because like even with the mental illness thing, like it's mentally ill people in every country. It's like we just got so much like shooters with because you can say like the population, even though our population is bigger than most countries, our countries is the same population around the same, just as many or more. So it's like they always try to use that. I'm like, nah, that it's so much more.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
much
it's
more
just
what? What are you
like
saying?
just to it, maybe like the hate crime or like the gun control. It's not just the mental illness thing. Because like you said, the Buffalo shooter, I wouldn't even call them
from the diagrams that I was seeing that they were saying that it's the guns, because they were saying that like when they put up the charts of like how many guns per capita, like in the United States, there's more guns than people, right? And when you look at the countries, off the top of my head, I can't remember what other country was next, but it was like the amount of guns they had was way, way, way reduced. It was like 8 or 9 times less than what we had in the United States. Then they put like documented cases of mental health, and it was like everything based on like size of countries was kind of comparative. So the argument that they was making is that it's the guns.
No, that's what I meant. Yeah, I meant like the mentally ill thing they try to use. That has nothing to do with it. I'm like, every country has just as much as us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, New York got a real strict gun rule, don't they? So it's like, I feel
New
like,
York is crazy.
Yeah, and you don't hear a lot of stuff, except for like the Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. But there was another one today in Tulsa. I don't know too much information, but thoughts and prayers go out to them.
Definitely.
Is that the one in the hospital?
You know about it?
Yeah,
I don't know. I just seen it pop up.
Yeah, it was the hospital. Because the Tulsa
okay.
massacre happened 2 days ago.
Oh, for real?
I mean, it was the anniversary of it.
Yeah, the anniversary of it.
Yeah. I don't think related like the motive was, but it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but pretty much I think I read something was like he was mad about a surgery that happened or something like that, so that's why he went in there. But it's a whole bunch of like around it. You never know what's the truth or not.
Right.
We're gonna keep it moving. I know this next topic's old, man, but we took a little break. Man, why did the Godfather pass away? Kevin Samuels. Man, I thought it was fake news. It was going crazy. All the people, Twitter was going in an uproar. Everybody was going crazy. Kevin Samuels passed away. Deaths around his, they're saying he having chest pains and things like that. No more details have came out really since we heard about the major news, but just go around and get everybody's thoughts. A lot of people on Twitter were really celebrating Kevin Samuels' demise and things like that. I thought it was a little distasteful myself.
Right.
I mean, I feel like we shouldn't be celebrating his death.
Right.
But I mean, a lot of people's mad for real, but he really just speaking his opinion. It wasn't like he was. I mean, he's a little disrespectful, but he wasn't lying about certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Like he definitely had people celebrate. It was like, and the crazy thing about it is just like one thing people always say, like, if something he said, if something you say you didn't like, that probably meant it apply to you.
Right.
So, because if it didn't apply to you, nobody would get mad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, He mad at somebody saying you got somebody on the same level standards as you.
And he wasn't forcing nobody, man. All the people that came there was volunteers. They wanted to go. They wanted to interact. I mean, RIP to Kevin Samuels. The high value man movement has come to an end, but we'll see what happens from now. I know there's so many people on the internet right now grasping for the spot. So
I think they said the next one is the Big Mama movement.
Oh my goodness, Big
I
Mama,
never heard that one.
Big Mama. We need more Big Mamas. That's baby mamas, more Big Mamas. We got a one-liner. That's baby mamas, more Big Mamas. That's gonna be a pie topic. I'm gonna have to write that down. I'm gonna write that down.
I'm dead.
Yeah. Did y'all see this crazy stuff about the NFL player that was taking his wife's last name? I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, it was Ricky Williams.
I mean, I personally, I don't agree with it. I would never do it.
I would never do that.
I mean, I was just to the radio, and someone was like, "Yeah, men who take their wife's last name close their refrigerator door with their hips." And I was just like, I was like, all right, yeah, like this is
why wouldn't you take the last name though?
Because that's just not how things work.
It just takes the manhood away.
There's a natural order of things.
Right.
Like I mess around, be Big Mama. Like we're not doing that. Like
it's like a daughter instead of having your wife's last name. It's just like
yeah, bro.
It's just like that takes away that.
Maya, you think that is? Do you think that that's an act of admiration? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Can you repeat the question?
Do you think that's an act of admiration? Well, let me give you the backstory. From what I heard, is that his wife is an attorney, right? And what he said is for every time they walk in the room, that everybody, since he was a famous sports player, that everybody kind of focuses on him and kind of ignores her, right? So he was like, he was doing some type of meditation and some kind of retreat, and he had this vision, and he was like, one way for me to balance the scales out is for me to take her last name since I get so much attention. So this came to him in some kind of metaphysical process. Yeah, some metaphysical process of him trying to balance out the yin yang in the relationship.
I mean, I do think it was a kind act on his part, and I feel like his masculinity wasn't attached to his last name, so it wasn't as fragile as some others would be.
My God.
So he was able to do that.
We're not doing that.
That's just my opinion. So I feel like
that's some feminist talking
if it worked for him, it works for him and his wife. And at the end of the day, that's what
like that, bro.
But the thing about him too, Ricky Williams, he was like he got kicked out of the NFL a lot for like smoking weed, stuff like he was always a pothead, like a type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, that dude. But like, I guess it's the man, we supposed to be providers and stuff. So it's like, that just takes away my masculine.
Yeah, and it's not even like, yeah, go ahead, Cam.
I'm not gonna say it takes away my masculine, but it's just not how things are. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get married, boom, take my last name. That's just how life is in society.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even me personally, I think even hyphenated be too much sometimes. But
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But no, what Kevin say, it's like like some double standards do need to happen. I mean, it's there for a reason. Because somebody was telling me this too, even though it sounds weird, like if like your aunt comes up to your like 2-month-old son, be like, oh my God, he's so cute and handsome. But if you say that to a 2-year-old, but if an uncle say that to like a 2-month-old like daughter, like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. It's like, some double standards need to be there.
It's just like, it just don't seem right to me. Like it just seems like he kind of just got a little, like he kind of just got ran over a little bit,
Right.
Like she forced him to do But you know, coming with.
I mean, it doesn't sound like he forced them. If he sat and meditated about it, it seems like
what man is sitting down there meditating? It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to take my wife's last name.
Well, not
like,
you, but him.
Then I mean, because I ain't doing
it. Let's keep it moving. What do y'all think about, a lot of indictments been going on in the industry. A lot of people have been talking about 6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that. But recently, the whole YSL got snatched up, man. The Atlanta city attorney was saying, we're not playing this games. Y'all not going to turn our city into no wild, wild west. Like 2012 Chicago and all of that. So recently there's an indictment wrapped up Young Thug and 23 others, including Gunna. Yep. And what's your thoughts, man? They all sitting in jail. They was all denied bond multiple times. They got trial dates and court dates extending out into next year. Is they going to pull the 6ix9ine, man? Is the prison cells going to get to him? There's already reports of Thug saying that he's been held in inhumane conditions and everything like that. Right after that, the jail came out, released the video of his cell and saying, that's just tactics that him and the lawyer are trying to use. And from all the reports I've been seeing so far, it doesn't look too good, man. It looks like they got Thug on some, not so much Gunna, but it looks like they got Thug on some real charges. And it looks like he ain't gonna be able to beat this one.
I mean, right. I feel like they just trying to make an example out of them because they who they are. Like they $1 million artists, and it's sad that they had to choose to make an example out of them when there's so much other white collar crime that's happening in Atlanta with all this other shit that's going on. But you choose, like rappers to to make the example because this is how social media is. Like, it just don't seem right to me, but they are also they did also commit crimes. So you can't be mad at them for, getting justice. But it's just, I feel like they had to prosecute 20-some people.
Yeah, I think it was 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy too, because I'm like, it's big, too. So some they denied bond. I think they denied Young Thug's bond today. Mm-hmm. They said he might, and it's big too. They was he's a danger to the community in terms of witness tampering. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because behind scenes, and that's how the cops do with these RICO cases. It seems like they just sit back and relax, let you get comfortable, let you start rapping. Oh, my lawyer this, lawyer that, and they get you.
How they got him, that's about to be a whole trend though. In Maryland, I think they just passed a law saying they can use lyrics and in court cases.
Yeah, I think Maryland's the only state. But yeah, they was in the bail hearing, and the prosecutor was literally reading out this lyrics, and it was funny because he was like, Judge, he was like, Your Honor, I think you might especially like this one. And it was one thing is oh, we don't care about the judges or anything like that. It was just so funny. But me personally, I mean, it's hard. I understand the system is unbalanced, but at some point, man, you got to take some personal accountability. Y'all millionaires, you know what I'm saying? You terrorizing and calling more terror in the community and all of that. They got to do something and get them off the street. So on this one, I don't really got too much sympathy for Thug and Gunna and all of that. I mean, they try to show them doing a little philanthropy and the
little kids.
Yeah, going out and they one Thanksgiving they went and got a whole bunch of people out that was on bail and things like that. That's cool. But with certain people that are doing I always think the people that are out there doing the most goodwill is always trying to cover something up. They trying to buy the goodwill. You know what I'm saying? You see a little too much philanthropy going on, and just stuff, some stuff don't sit right. So
I mean, while you on the topic of crime, you heard that there's people trying to get the Maryland National Guard to come to Baltimore.
Oh my goodness!
No, I didn't hear that, but I did hear one-man commercials talking about that he was going to move his office from Annapolis to Baltimore.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
pretty much from what I heard, it's like a whole bunch of like I think it's an NAACP in Randallstown, which is if y'all know it's Baltimore County, but it's like they're trying to push for like the National Guard to come to Baltimore and try to put a stop to all the shooting and stuff that's been going on. Which I personally think that ain't gonna change nothing. I mean, people gonna shoot regardless.
Right, exactly.
They're not gonna shoot at them, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like niggas in the military don't care. They gonna shoot back.
Right.
But
they definitely don't got the training for that.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't think that they have the training to deal with what's going on because the gun violence in the city is one thing, but there's so many other issues that the National Guard cannot help solve, which would probably reduce crime. So it's kind of, I feel like it might even make it worse in a sense.
It's going to turn into a war zone. Or we're going to go into like martial law or something like that, get a curfew.
Right. And the difference too between the military and the like police force is like people don't join the military to protect the country no more. It's like a thing was like, yo, I ain't doing nothing, or you know what I'm saying, I just want to join got nothing going on. It's like I thought with the police force, you gotta be like kind of like committed. Of course you got a lot of crooked cops, but like nobody's gonna join and be like, you know what I'm saying? They know what comes with it.
Yeah, so man, you gotta watch out for these RICO charges. Well, we got some good topics that y'all bringing that up, and Mo saying what he said. I think another good pod topic would be white collar crime versus blue collar crime. You know, a lot of blue collar crime gets publicity, and you know, a lot of people are getting off on the white collar crimes and things of that nature. I mean, I think we should really deep into those and see, you know, what's what.
Right.
I mean, what would you like as far as like blue collar crime? What would you consider like, you know, like drug dealing and?
Yeah, all of that stuff. White collar is more like financial money type stuff.
Right. I mean, crime is crime. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like sometimes I feel like white collar crime is just it's bad, but it's not violent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's
so it's not going. Go ahead.
And I think that's the thing people need to understand, right? Because why everybody was trying to attribute the racism thing to the crack versus cocaine. The reason why the crack was getting so much time is because the amount of violence that came along with the crack. That was one of the main factors.
Exactly.
So that's something I think we can have a deep discussion on another pod. But let's keep this joint moving on. Oh yeah, I like this one. There's some new information that came out a couple weeks ago about Meg and Tory, man. I'm trying to say, free that innocent black man. I'm trying to say, the doctor, they had the reports from the news, from the original police report, come and say that the injuries that Megan Thee Stallion suffered was consistent with glass fragments. It broke the internet. Everybody was going crazy. I mean, there was so many rooms going on, tweets, Instagrams, everybody. And you know, Meg was all big time, all of this other stuff. She got so much to say on Instagram. I ain't seen Meg say not one thing. Right? So we're going to see how it plays out. But it kind of came out and was more, people elaborated on it some more. And what happened was that initially when she got taken to the hospital, the first doctor that seen her, you know, she told her the story of that, hey, she got glass in her foot. And I guess he said that the wounds was consistent with that. So he wrote his report and everything. And then like a couple days later, I guess they still had her in there, and she came in contact with another doctor, and the doctor said that she would need surgery. And then at that point is when she spilt the beans and said that, oh, she had been shot and everything. And that's when the bullet fragments, I guess, came into play. So, you know, it's still a little confusing. She told the doctor she stepped on glass, and the doctor examined it, and saying that her wounds were consistent with glass, and then another doctor saying bullet fragments and everything like that. So the whole story is confusing, but it was crazy. Couple of days going on, seeing everybody go at Meg. But this case, to be honest, I don't think there's going to be no real resolve. I think Tory might get off, but it's not going to be on some clear cut. It's going to probably be a technicality or something like that he gets off on. But it's not going to be like smoking gun type thing where they got video and say that he clearly didn't do nothing. So for everybody, I think it's lose-lose situation, man. What's your thoughts?
I feel like, I don't know. It's such a it's a weird case because Meg not even suing Tory, is she?
Nah, it's the state picked the case up.
Right. So I don't know, because I feel like the whole her on social media, she know what I'm saying, she crying on the interview talking about people not supporting her, people talking shit about her and stuff like that, and then when it comes out that she's lying the whole time, niggas still won't listen to her music.
Right.
But I don't know.
I'm
just ready for the case to be done.
Right.
What you think, Mo?
Yeah, even with this case, I feel like regardless, I feel like because when it first came out, of course, people quit to believe, what happened and stuff like that. But this is a good example of just gotta wait for the stuff to show out, for evidence to show out. I'm cool. And even if he's cleared innocent, he always gonna have a bad reputation to his name. That's the worst part about it. That's the worst thing.
Maya, what's your input?
Well, I just think it's a crazy situation, and I feel like we're never gonna know the truth of what happened. That went down. But I'm glad you gave the full story about the glass in the foot, because at first I was gonna have to come for you.
Oh my goodness. On this pod, we keep it all facts. It's opinions, no facts. Next up is a little information. Fidelity is one of the only financial institutions that is now currently allowing people to buy Bitcoin in their 401ks, man. So that's just some news I had to get out there and share to the people, that on select counts on your 401k plans with Fidelity, you are now allowed to buy Bitcoin in your retirement account. So that's a game changer. For y'all that don't know, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency that started in around 2009 after a financial crisis, and to date it has returned annually over 200% a year. Even though this year and a couple other years have had some bad years, man, everything, to be honest, has gone down this year. S&P is down, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, Bitcoin, everything. Inflation is running rampant. These next few years might be real tough, man. The United States over the
interest
pandemic,
rates going back up.
Yeah, interest rates running at close to 9% right now. And we on here, we talked about interest rates a lot. And things.
What's the houses one? Dang.
The houses.
What's the average right now? I know what's going up with that one.
The houses is crazy. I think last time I heard, probably 2 months ago, the average house sale in the United States was $485,000 was the average price of a house, man. And I know
crazy, man.
Probably 10 or 15 pods ago, we did that thing, showing millennials versus their parents, and showing how average cost of a house back then versus now. Everything is going up, and wages are kind of staying stagnant and things of that nature. So it's all things you need to be taken in consideration. And while we on kind of finances, we hadn't done a pod in a while. It was Financial Literacy Month in April. But one thing I got an alert about today is that Social Security currently only has enough money to pay full benefits until 2035, man. So that money that we currently paying into Social Security, you're definitely not going to be able to rely on that. And a lot of companies are taking the onus off of them for retirement and trying to put it on the employees, where, you know, the whole retirement system was kind of built on a three-prong approach. You're supposed to have a pension from your company, you're supposed to have your own 457B or 401k that you invest for yourself, and then, you know, Social Security income for retirement. So it seems like, you know, most companies, if not all companies, have got away from pension plans, and it looks like Social Security is not going to be a viable option for a lot of people, the millennial or Gen Z generation, man. So
man, why they running out of money so quickly though?
With Social Security, Cam, it was something that was set up where the people that initially got the benefits didn't pay into the system, right? And I don't got the full details on what the gap was, but essentially just say, like, for example, you start out a new system that you have a whole bunch of elderly folks that need some type of coverage. And in order to
they're not working,
give them coverage, in order to get them coverage, you take a percent of money from the people that are currently working to pay them. So just on how the finances have gone and what they've been paying out and things like that, the system is just running out of money faster. And then with interest rates and the amount of money that have been produced, because every time you hear inflation, that dollar that you had is being reduced, right? The amount of money, the amount of stuff you can buy with that dollar is going down. So that's all things you got to take into consideration when you look into this stuff. But that was the article I seen today. You know, I'm pretty sure they're going to make some kind of adjustments that got going to be pushed out and prolonged. But Social Security is definitely something, as far as millennials and the generations after us, you know, I don't know if we can really bank on that being there for us.
Right.
Y'all got any thoughts?
I definitely think that we shouldn't have to pay into a system that's broken, because it's not necessarily going to help benefit us. So I hope that, you know, some people start working on a way for people to opt out of this, but I feel like that's not even going to be an option.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to think there's a lot, and we might can have a whole topic on that. I can get y'all some more info. I'm making my notes, but you know, things are just a lot different, man. When people back then, when the system was started, people weren't living as long. You know, people are living longer now. You know, you're retiring, and people living after they retire 20 plus years after retirement age. You know what I'm saying? So things a lot different, and a lot of people talking about how people of our generation won't really experience no retirement. You know, they're gonna be working to
that's the crazy part,
to their very last breath. You know what I'm saying?
That's the crazy part.
Mo, we might have to just have a whole pod on that, because you know, a lot of people don't be really taking a retirement and the finances too serious, man.
Yeah, I know. Because even with the military, like even in 2018, like I came in 2014, so about 4 years after I came in, the new people that's coming in, they got like a different retirement system. It's not like the guaranteed pension. They're going up the stock. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's just that people don't take it seriously. I think a lot of people don't have that option to start saving for retirement, because everything's so high, and you have student loans, you might have a mortgage, or you're paying rent, groceries, car maintenance. There's so much things people have to put their money into. You know, saving for the future might not be feasible for everybody right now.
Well, you gotta say, I mean, you gotta, like, you need your money to survive. You can't really think about how much you need in the future, because what the median salary, it was like 30, 40,000. How much you really going to put away that, like, to, like, for your retirement?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think there's a happy medium to be met posting DoorDash and things on buying DoorDash every night. Things of that nature. Posting on Snapchat.
Had some fun.
I thought you bought DoorDash like 4 times last week.
This is not personal, man. I'm making general statements, please. Going out to eat, happy hours, things of that nature, partying, drinking, extracurricular activities, and things of that nature.
You gotta live at some point. You don't just want to work to die. At least live your life.
I mean,
I feel like there needs to be a happy medium for everything, because I don't want to get a job and work, retire. You know what I'm saying? And then die.
Bro, we never had that conversation about Mo's little bus picture. Mo ducked that joint. The little joint about the was like the experiences versus I'd rather do what I got to do now and do what I want to do later. But if you want to do what you want to do and do it now and later, I don't know about all that. You gotta make sacrifices.
You got to, yeah.
So we might can have y'all back on.
And this is a good one to go on that 10-year.
Elaborate on them Crown bottles.
Right.
Man, let's keep this. The finances though, Mo, we definitely need to have a whole pod on.
Yeah, we definitely got to do that one. 100%. That's a big one.
Next turn, I can kind of give updates. Y'all can get your thoughts, man. There's a lot going on with the baby. He had the incident where the man kind of broke into his house and he caught him and shot him in the leg. That joint was real big. Wasn't there something else that happened with him? I can't remember, but I know the man broke over the gate and shot him. And he shot him. And the other incident was the baby. There was a video that surfaced where the baby punched was trying to fight one of his artists. And the thing that is crazy is I found out doing a little more research that artist actually has an open case that he caught for the baby, like in Miami. He shot somebody for the baby. That joint was wild. Crazy. So I mean, the baby has always been a wild character, man.
Always wild. He liked it too. Like they didn't get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and then
the person that performs in a diaper is wild.
Oh yeah, because they opened back up the Walmart case.
Yeah,
they opened back up, but
they
looking at it. Like they was like, was it self-defense or not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody knows about the situation that happened with the baby in Walmart, and I never knew there was a video, but
I think it just came out.
Yeah, from the way that they made the incident seem is like the baby was targeted in the Walmart and he had to defend him and his family. But from that video, it looked like the people approached him, and then from then he was the aggressor in the whole.
I think the other guy was like running away.
Yeah, in the whole situation. Right. So the baby, man, he better watch out, man. It's a weird thing how people get up and then it's like they change or something. I don't know.
He just made the news too much. Like he don't know how to stay calm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They say people that take lives. You know what I'm saying? Once they get over that part, they crazy.
Another, and keeping up with like kind of the hot topics, rapper Rod Wave got arrested a couple of weeks ago on domestic violence charges, but come to find out like a week or two ago, the charges was dropped and, he beat that. So all praises up. And I've seen today that Rod Wave got a new album coming out soon. So,
that's whatever he's going to do, hopefully I know his baby mama and they said she was texting something. I don't know what the situation was, but hopefully it's all fake.
Yeah, they said he got in there, he strangled her or something. I don't know, man. The charges was dropped though. Did y'all see that video of Mike Tyson on the plane beating the dude up? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That joint was wild.
Man, messing with Mike Tyson though, like
right.
That joint was wild. That joint was wild.
That dude is crazy, man.
Right.
He one of them dudes that like no matter what he do, he always have people fearing him because he just seemed like a nutcase. Mike Tyson.
Would you take a jab from Mike Tyson, man? I don't know if he got it anymore. You taking a jab?
Oh no, he got it still. I see that.
I mean, for how much?
Hitting them heavy backs look a lot different than hitting somebody like him. Them videos that surface of him hitting the pads and stuff. was a lot different than that fight he did with Roy Jones or whoever.
I mean, that was an exhibition. It was. I'm pretty sure it was like
right.
something in contrast, like nobody getting knocked out.
It was like chill out type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they said Mike Tyson didn't get no charges for that. So.
Yeah. They got video like do personal, annoying him and stuff.
Yeah. Next thing got is, Elon was all boasting and everything about how he's going to buy Twitter. Now he put the purchase on hold, saying that he shouldn't have to pay this much for the company if such and such. I think he said like 20 or 22% of their users are fake.
Right.
I'll let Mo give his thoughts on this. I don't really use
Twitter that dude
like
Elon is funny. Yeah, he like
they got a lot of bot accounts on Twitter though. I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, they do. But it's gonna be like that for every social media platform. It's kind of hard to get rid of it, but it's like he tired of that stuff. But I like his idea of super free speech. You know what I'm saying? You say anything on Twitter now, you getting banned if you say one little letter wrong. So he trying to change that. You seen the tweet he said earlier? That dude was funny.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna stop. All the emblems flying at you.
Right.
All the little emblems.
Right. But you could tell like his energy is what people want. Like even with the emblem stuff and stuff like that, people want to see that. Even though you'll get slandered for it, I'm like, he bringing it.
I mean, I think there's a fine line. Like some stuff is really just taking people over, and it's like
right, exactly.
It's stuff that's like, all right, it's like. If you don't really care, you just don't say nothing about it, right? It ain't nothing. And I think that's how they get people. They try to like ease it on you. So it's like in small doses, you might be annoyed, but you're not going to say nothing. But it's like, by the time it's done, it's like, man, you didn't give up so much ground type stuff, right? Exactly. They try to make it seem like that. The one thing I really hate is they try to make it seem like Elon is some right-wing like thing. Like he's even tweeted that he's always voted Democrat and now he's only thinking about voting Republican for certain reasons, and he hasn't even made that commitment yet. But what's your thoughts on that? And then the other thing, did you see that memo that Elon sent out saying no more telework?
Oh yeah, like I get the work.
You got to do 40 hours in the office at least.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, me personally. No, go ahead.
I was like, when did he even come over to America? I know it was South Africa. Yeah, so like, did he come over to maybe when he's adult? But like the thing about getting to work too is like when people said it's funny too. I'm like, it's not going to change nothing. Like even at work, even if you got teleworking, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be. I feel I'm more motivated for teleworking than being in the office. Personally, I mean, of course, you got managers that's going to be on you and stuff when you're working in the office, but it's not going to change too much, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, I just feel like people done got so used to it because of the pandemic. And me, like, I ain't gonna lie, when somebody say like, "Oh yeah, I work from home," I get a little mad. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I be getting mad. Yeah.
And they be like, "Yeah, my job's so hard." Like,
I'll be jealous.
Bro,
yeah.
Like you don't gotta get dressed. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta wake up, turn your laptop on. Are you mad as shit? Like, it's like, I wish I was you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But with Elon Musk thing, it's just like, I feel like the super free speech, I feel like that's going to take, it sounds good, but it's going to take a turn for the worse. You know, people today so sensitive. And then I feel like it's going to end up with a whole bunch of lawsuits, honestly.
Right.
Like people getting sued. People going to be getting sued over tweets.
Yep.
And, you know, so it's going to be, and then, you know, there's a whole bunch of crazy people out here on both sides. So you don't know how it's going to end up.
Right.
Yeah.
Got any thoughts on telework, Maya? Free speech, Twitter?
I definitely think telework is here to stay. I feel like if people can be productive at home, then let them stay home. But I feel like it's a whole economy to having people come to work and be in the work environment, and that's why they want to get people back. But if I'm offered a position, I'm staying at home.
Definitely.
And then with Elon Musk, my fellow African man, it's like, I don't know. I don't really have much thoughts about him.
Right.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. We got 2 more topics. Everybody know this is a huge topic, man. Roe versus Wade being overturned. There was a leaked argument leaked from the Supreme Court. Personally, if you don't know what Roe versus Wade is about abortion. I don't have no strong stances on it, man. Either way, I don't think abortion should be used as like a tool or things like that. But if her body, her choice, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it should be abused, but really, I don't got no strong stance. What about y'all?
Right.
Yeah. I personally, it really don't matter to me. Like, you know, I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm for, you know, I'm pro-choice and everything. You know, I honestly, I don't know why they keep messing with it, you know?
Right.
Like, it was no reason to go back and, you know what I'm saying, try to change the bill up. Like, only for, it's just white people, bro. Like,
yeah,
there's something wrong with them. White people with money.
You know, it's all about that, and that kind of ties in back to what the top shooting was about. It's that erasure theory that, you know, the country's going to be, by certain years, going to be majority, minority, and all of that kind of.
Right, interracial or something like that, yeah.
They don't want to use
you know, they're scared of that.
Right.
Once you get a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, no matter what, the baby going to come out dark.
Maya, what's your thoughts on Roe v. Wade overturned?
I mean, I think that it's the woman's choice. The craziest thing I heard is somebody was like, the law is not going to apply to the people that are putting it in place, because if they have their little side pieces and they get them pregnant, they're going to find a way to get their them an abortion. It only really applies to us everyday people. But I think it does have a lot to do with like that theory that the white population is going down and them trying to increase it by any means.
Right.
I mean, I just feel like there's a lot at play, but we'll see what happens, man. Women are going to get their abortions one way or another. It's just that it's much safer when we have the proper stuff in place versus making women really have to do crazy things. So,
right.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. Our last topic. The last topic is a question. There's a blue door and there's a red door. The blue door is you can go back in time and fix all your mistakes, right? And the red door is you'll get $10 million in hand. What are you taking, Cam?
You said $10 million?
Yeah, the red door is $10 million. The blue door is go back in time and fix all your mistakes.
I'm taking the money.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, because you gotta think, like, you make mistakes, you learn from your mistakes. So I wouldn't be the same person I am today if I didn't make those mistakes in the past.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the past is the past. I can stay in the past. You know what I'm saying? I just need to focus on the future. Now, if I got $10 million, my future looking real bright.
Right.
Maya?
Yeah.
All right. Mo, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I think so. I have to take the 10 mil because I got like if I would have still had, you know, met my same, you know, wife and everything, but I got 2 kids and stuff. But it is interesting, like if it did take the other one going back in time. But obviously everything happens for a reason, you know what I'm saying? We believe in God's plan. But let's say God allowed me to go back in time, fix everything. I'm gonna get it. But I ended up with the same family. You know what I'm saying? We'd be billionaires. This like, you know what I'm saying, again with the crypto and everything, that's the biggest thing. Because back then, what was crypto? It was Bitcoin back then. It was like probably like I forgot.
When they hit that drop 2017, it was 3K a Bitcoin.
Yeah, but 2012?
Oh yeah, it's less than $100.
Yeah, so it would be real interesting. Then you could you already know all the sports teams that's winning, so you put parlays in for championships. You guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting to go that way. In general, because you obviously have more than $10 million, but like Ken said, mistakes do define you and shape you.
Mm-hmm. Maya,
make you character and everything.
I'm gonna go back in time and change my mistakes. I feel like if I did that, I would have more than $10 million to show for it.
Yeah.
Money.
Hold on, pause. But y'all talking about changing mistakes and going back and invest. 10 years ago, I was thinking about investing in Bitcoin. That's not a mistake. I just ain't know nothing about Bitcoin.
But that's
but you can go back in time
but
from
you'll
now.
know about it.
All the knowledge now, you can go back with. It says
that wasn't the prompt, bro. That
go
was
back
not the
in
prompt.
time. Cam, how are you gonna go back in time and fix
You
your
said
mistakes if you don't know what the mistakes are? You gotta know what the mistakes are to go back in time.
So that's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking y'all be like, y'all taking some magical, travel back to the past and be like, all right, I should have did this instead of that. I'm thinking that. Y'all ain't saying go back in time and invest in Bitcoin and shit like that. I would have chose that.
Nah, yo. What does the question say? Hold up. The question says
blue door. Before you start, Gary, it's interesting too. You could go back and stop maybe shooters like schools. I don't know if that's like part of it. Stop some of these like
this
killers and stuff.
Trying to be Superman, yo.
I ain't even trying to think. I'm trying to think
this man trying to be Superman.
You can stop the dude from being back for COVID. No, I was joking. It's like, no.
I'm good.
Now, what do you say that?
This man, bro.
They're like, no bats allowed. It's like, no.
This man, bro. Yeah, I'm taking the blue door. I'm taking.
I'm changing my answer then.
Nah, man. You already picked. You said you want the red.
It wasn't.
I'm taking a blue door. I'm going back in time. You go back in time with the knowledge you have. Yeah, man. I'm gonna make Elon Musk look like a broke man.
True.
It wasn't explained correctly. I changed my answer.
Yeah, like I'm going to invest in blockbusters like that.
You're going for broke. Nah, yeah, I'm definitely going back in time, man. You fix the mistakes, and then you can impart more knowledge and wisdom on yourself. That's always the better option. The money will come, man.
Right.
That's all we got for today, man. We appreciate our special guests for coming out, Maya and Cam.
Yeah, like I said, we'll continue with this one back weekly.
Nah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Cam said he's trying to join the pod, man. Cam said we will have Cam back next week.
As long as I get a little like big head joint on my logo, I'm good with it.
No, we'll send you a joint. It only costs $15.
We got to hit back up the 5
50 or 15?
15. I'll send you the link.
All right, bet.
All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. We'll be back. Mo, you got any words of wisdom for the people?
Nah, not really. Just stay safe out. Stay safe out here. You can't trust these people. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from these large gatherings.
As they say in the military, watch your six. We out. Both like that one. Thanks for tuning in to Opinions to Million podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. New episode dropping every week. You want to hop on the next one? Shoot us an email. Follow us on all social media at Opinions to Million. We out.